Hello everybody, Star here, Penny here, whatever you want to call me here. My hair is doing strange things today, and I just felt like vlogging. You know when you're just in that mood where you want to like vlog and talk and things and stuff, and you want to talk about things but you're not actually sure what when you turn on the camera? That's me right now. Hi. So I kind of wanted to give you like an update, I guess, a life update. I wanted to talk about a couple of things I got planned for my channel, things that are going on in my life right now that have kept me busy, etc, etc, etc. So I've had a lot going on in terms of deadlines at uni. It's getting to like Christmas time, which means that things are kind of due in. Luckily I just had a presentation yesterday and that was my last deadline until New Year, so I don't have to worry about actual proper deadlines anymore, except for a dissertation deadline, which is technically not an official deadline, but one that I should probably get done nevertheless if I don't want to get behind on my dissertation, because if I know one thing, it's that dissertation is going to take over my life next semester. But that's good because it means I have more time to content create. Oh wait, I don't, because I have 1,000,001 other commitments right now. I've got lots of stuff with the TV Society, lots of filming, a couple of commissions and things like that. I've got Insomnia coming up in a couple of weeks, which is very exciting. I've got things with friends, like Christmas meals and whatnot. I've got to start getting Christmas presents for people. I've got to start packing up at some point because I'm going home in a few weeks. Like, that's scary. Semester 1 is almost done already, yo. Like, that's really scary. It feels like, you know, I just got here and was all scared of being back in Manchester and, like, being homesick and things like that, and now, lo and behold, I'm heading home again. So I guess I just wanted to talk a few things about, like, you know, being busy and a couple of things going on in my life, what I've got planned for my channel right now. So basically, the idea is, because it's approaching December time, I really want to, I'm not going to do like a Christmas series sort of thing. A lot of people do Christmas series. A lot of people do Christmas kind of series on their channels, and I like the idea of doing like a thing every day of December for Christmas. That's always like a really nice thing. It's like having an advent calendar but for your channel, for your viewers, which is a really nice idea, but I don't know if I have the time and the ideas to commit to 24 days of stuff. So instead, what I thought would be kind of nice, and it gives me a bit of extra time because it is almost Christmas. I don't know why I'm looking at my watch. My watch tells me the date. Well, some watches do, I guess. Mine doesn't. It is approaching December in a few days, basically. So I don't really have enough time to start putting together right now a 24-day Christmas series. So I'm going to be trying to upload more general content to my channel, more vlogs, maybe some Christmas related videos, things like that. Which are to do with Christmas, but it won't be like a daily series going out. But I do want to do a 12 days of Christmas sort of series, which would start on Christmas Day on the 25th of December and go all the way to the 5th of January, so 12 days of Christmas. And I'm not quite sure what I want to do for that yet. I'm thinking of doing like more of a personal series, which might be a bit artsy, maybe a bit sharing about my life. Maybe it'll be a different thing every day, I'm not sure. I'm kind of interested in what you guys think. Maybe I'll do a straw poll on Twitter. Keep an eye out on my Twitter for any straw poll-y things, because I use straw poll and Twitter poll, like, a lot nowadays, because I love getting feedback from you guys. Another thing which I want to be doing in the upcoming month or two is revamping my Patreon a lot, like a lot. I want there to be different rewards, ones that are a bit more fitting to who I am as a person and what I can keep up with. I'm going to be having fewer individual Patreon rewards. I can't even speak. I'm going to be having fewer individual Patreon rewards, but I'm going to be doing, like, more goals, long-term goals, things like that. The reason I'm kind of thinking about this a lot more, I've been wanting to revamp it for a while, but I'm in my final year of uni, and I just hit the last, semester. This last semester is coming up, and that's really scary for me, because I gotta go out into the world and be a human, be an adult now, and that's really rather and that's really rather frightening to me, because I have to think about what I want to do. And obviously I want to continue YouTube and continue content creating. What I want to go into is filmmaking. like post-production, things like that. And my ideal dream job would be to be a part of or help run my own film company. Not like a big film company, just like a post-production company or something. And my friends and I at the TV Society, a couple of us have been talking about it, and we've realised that it's actually really plausible for us to go and do this, which is really scary and exciting. And oh my god, like, we could come out of uni, I could get a flat in Manchester, you know, we'd be making videos for people, we'd be editing and filming videos, which is exactly what I love to do. We could do our own side things as well, but we'd be, you know, making loads of videos for people, and that's really exciting. We've already got commissions from people, like, just at uni. You know, I've got a bunch of contacts between us. I've got, you know, you guys we can do online commissions for. I've got contacts in journalism, contacts in film, in Manchester and all around, you know, Britain and even the world and things like that. And we've been working out some stuff, and we've worked out that it is quite plausible for us to do this, but something like Patreon and hitting a certain amount per month would just be like an extra little bit of, you know, money to live on, because this, at first especially, it's not going to be enough, and we're going to have to get part-time jobs and things like that. And like, I'm just imagining like the dream, guys, would be like, how incredible would it be if I could have this as a part-time job while I did, you know, this film editing company thing on the side. And it's crazy to think that, but it's also like, it's what I want to do. Like, it's such an exciting thought to think this could even be possible. So I'm revamping my Patreon quite a lot. I'm going to have different rewards. I'm not going to go into those too much, but there's different tiers for things that'll help me, things that'll contribute back to you guys, lots of stuff like that. In addition to just the donations that I have and the rewards that you can get for donating. I'm gonna, especially once I come out of uni, I mean, I don't know what it's gonna be like for me. It's gonna be completely hectic, but I might try and make streaming a much more regular thing, pushing that a lot more. Keeping my YouTube content as regular as I can, but it's not going to be like, you know, a couple of videos a day kind of thing, because I just still don't have the time for that. And at the end of the day, I prefer streaming to YouTube anyway. I love having pre-recorded series that people can watch, but streaming is just that whole other level of like, I am making content for you guys. So that's something which is kind of happening and something I've been thinking about. The channel revamp is coming as well at some point. I swear to you guys, it's coming at some point. But I have been, as you've heard from me just saying a couple of things, I've been so busy at uni that I just haven't had time to get it properly off the ground. I'm hoping that Christmas time will be that time. Okay, a couple of other points. Going to Insomnia, as I think I mentioned, in a couple of weeks from now, which is very, very exciting. I'm going to be seeing lots of friends that I met at Minecon, a couple of new people as well, a couple of new faces. Really, absolutely so excited to see people again. It's not going to be like a big, you know, ooh, convention weekend, let's film this, let's film that, like Minecon was like. Not that I really filmed anything anyway, because I don't tend to film stuff at conventions. But if there's anything interesting that I see, I might film something. I'll bring my camera along just in case. But it's just going to be a fairly nice weekend away from it all, away from uni, just time to see friends and hang out. So there won't be much content in the way of Insomnia coming out from that. That being said, if there's any interesting videos that you want, or you guys want to see, then I'm totally up for, you know, doing anything like that. So any suggestions, any thoughts on this video at all? I'm just sort of rambling at you guys, so we'll see how this works out. What else has been going on with me? I just want to kind of like keep you guys updated, you know, I like keeping you updated. I might try and make vlogs like a weekly thing at the very least. Even if it's just like a life update, because I really like doing these vlogs, and I think you guys like them as well, because you seem to like watching them and things like that. And it makes my channel a little bit less gamey, which is kind of what I want, because, you know, I'm trying to steer away from the gaming thing a little bit, not having quite as much, you know, not having regular gaming uploads and things like that. I try to keep it as regular as possible, but, you know, stuff happens. An interesting thing that I've been kind of noticing lately is, anxiety and caffeine, I guess, is something I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. It's kind of an interesting thing that's been happening to me recently, and I'm wondering if this has like happened to any of you guys as well. It's a bit weird. So like coffee, I love coffee so much. I love the taste of coffee, the smell of coffee, just coffee. There's so many different types that you can have, whether you have it really milky, or you can have it cold, you can have it hot. I kind of want an iced coffee right now, so I might make myself one after this, but you know, you can have so many different kinds of coffee, and I love it. But something that I've noticed quite recently is that it's been affecting my anxiety. For those of you who've been around on my channel for like, you know, a year-ish, I guess, or so, then you know that I went through a really rough time in January, and a lot of that, I thought I kind of went through a depressive stage, and I kind of defined it as that at the time, but sorry, I'm just fixing my shirt underneath my hoodie. it's just a hand. I'm just like, don't mind me, don't mind me. No, but yeah, I kind of talked about it at the time as being like a depressive phase, and I guess it kind of was, but a lot of it was to do with anxiety, which is something I only kind of realized a month or two after, which, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm necessarily an anxiety sufferer. I don't really feel any different. I take a beta blocker every day, and I'm kind of phasing it out now. It used to be 2 every day, right back at the beginning of the year, when I was feeling quite, you know, anxious all the time. Like, it was horrible. It hit the point where, so like, I would go out to dinner with my aunt. She was trying to make me feel better, cheer me up, some family time. And I was really happy and chipper and making jokes with her, and I was feeling quite good. And we had the, appetizer, and then I got to the main course, and we got like a few mouthfuls in, and I just suddenly got overwhelmed with anxiety, and I don't know why. Like, I couldn't eat. I just felt really, you know, butterflies in my stomach and butterflies in my throat, in my stomach and things like that. I just couldn't concentrate on what she was saying, and I can't describe it. That was probably the worst I can't really think of a situation since that's been quite that bad than it was at that restaurant. But I was just sitting there like, I can't do this. I can't eat dinner. I'm going to be sick. I can't concentrate. I feel hot and I feel cold. And it was just like completely overwhelming. And I don't even really know why I was feeling like that, because we weren't even talking about anything that was like going to upset me. We weren't like discussing me. We weren't discussing how I felt or anything like that. So I don't really understand why I got like that. But that's kind of when she was like, you know, it seems like it's really a big anxiety thing. So maybe you do need to think about, you know, some sort of medicine like beta blockers. And so I went to the doctors and talked to them about it, and they got me some beta blockers. And at first they were like, just take it if you think you need it, if you're feeling anxious about something. And then eventually it was like, okay, take it every day, because it doesn't really seem to be helping you that much. And when I started taking it every day, I was on the road to getting better, and it definitely helped me recover. And there are some days where I don't take them at all. I kind of forget to take them sometimes. Like, I kind of take them I take one of them like most days. And I'm like gradually phasing it out more and more and more until I don't need to take them anymore. Though I am a little bit worried just because it is approaching wintertime again, and I don't know if it was a seasonal affective disorder thing. So I'm going to kind of play it by ear and see how I am this coming winter. Hopefully I'm going to be chipper and right as rain, because winter is my favourite time of year, and it was only last year that I really kind of felt really around winter time, and I don't really know why. I don't like that it gets dark so early, but I like snow a lot and I like Christmas a ton. So we'll see how that goes. Just have to have lots of exciting things planned for Christmas to keep me busy. So that's another thing I actually wanted to get onto, being busy, but I'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah, so the anxiety that I felt is just like really heart racing, and it's difficult to describe, because like the thing I wanted to get onto to talk about is that coffee has been affecting me a lot recently with anxiety, especially if I'm really tired, which is kind of stupid because that's, you know, when I probably most need coffee, but that's when it affects me the most. My heart starts racing, I feel butterflies in my stomach, I just feel very off, I don't feel me, and it's not just a caffeine rush. It's nothing like that. People are like, maybe you're just really sensitive to coffee, and I'm like, no, because I didn't used to be like that at all. And it's weird that it started happening in the past, you know, like now or whatever. I don't know if it's clashing with my beta blockers or something, but I don't take them every day, and I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, it's a bit strange, really. I don't know why it's been affecting me so much, coffee. I try to avoid having it when I'm super tired, but sometimes I just want a coffee. I like coffee. I like the taste of it. But it can make my heart just race, and it can make me feel incredibly just off kilter and just like, I don't know, just imbalanced and really anxious and not like me. So I've been trying to avoid having it so much. If I have more than a couple cups a day, which I don't, I normally have like 1 cup every other day, maybe. I only really have it if I have to be up early. Otherwise I try to stick to decaf just because I like the taste, but I don't want the caffeine. And I don't want to have to like rely on coffee to wake up or keep me awake or anything. But it's just weird, because, and it sucks because I love coffee so much. And yeah, I was just wondering if it happened to anyone else, like a proper, you know, really beating heart, really fluttery stomach that you just don't feel like yourself at all. And it's kind of sucky and kind of weird that's been happening to me recently. So it's been a bit, not quite worrying, just a bit of a nuisance at the moment. So I'm kind of just monitoring it and seeing how it goes. But I've been so busy. Busy was something which busy was something which I sort of used as a defense mechanism, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. It was like, so, I mean, to go into a bit more detail about what happened in January, I came back from home to uni. I was anxious about going back to uni. Throughout second year, I've been quite, you know, a bit, not jealous of friends, but like a lot of my friends were kind of living in a house with loads of people that they knew. And, you know, they had all these routines of, oh, they're going to cook for each other and things like that. And it's not that I didn't love living where I lived at all. You know, my housemates were lovely, the house was nice. You know, and I love cooking for myself. I bloody love cooking. But it was something which I just kind of felt like I was missing out on. I felt like I was doing uni wrong. And quite a few of my friends went back from uni when I got back in January. So I felt very... And uni hadn't started up yet. I had like a week or two before uni had started when I got back to Manchester. So I just felt incredibly like alone, and I felt like I was doing life wrong because I didn't have anything planned, and it was very empty all the time, and I just felt really, really empty. And the more I kind of thought about that, the sadder I got and the more anxious I got. It would come to when I would see Facebook pictures of people going out and having fun, and I'd be like crying because I was like, why aren't I out having fun with people? What's wrong with me? And I just got into this whirlpool, this downward spiral of feeling incredibly just sad about myself, sad about my life. I had lots and lots of really negative thoughts about like what is the point of, not like what is the point in living. I wasn't ever suicidal, but I was kind of thinking, you know, what about after uni? I'm going to get a job. And I'm going to go to that job every day and earn money, and it's going to do the same thing every day, go home, do this, do that, nothing new, whatever. Which was just a horrible way to think, and that's not me at all. If you know me, any of you guys who are my friends, you know that I try to be really optimistic about things, except when it comes to myself. Generally, when it comes to myself, I'm like, oh, I'm fat and ugly and hate myself or whatever, which is a whole nother self-esteem talk, which maybe I'll do at some point, but I'm generally very, very positive about things. I'm like, life is worth living, people are awesome, blah, blah, blah. You know, I've talked to lots of friends who've been in really rough situations, and I'm pretty sure at least most of them would say that I'm quite a positive person when it comes to that stuff. So for me to be in that position, it was really scary, and what I found myself saying a lot of the time was, you know, I don't feel like me. I think that was the main thing that really got to me during that time in January and February. I just kept saying and feeling, you know, I'm not me. I don't feel like me. Where have I gone? I want me back. If you go back over Skype chats I've had with people, it's just, I really want to find me again. And it was an incredibly difficult time because I felt so lost. A lot of people, my mum was talking to quite a few of her friends because she was quite worried about me. And they were saying that their children kind of went through like second year blues at uni, where you don't have the excitement of first year and everything is new and la la la, but you don't have the third year where it's like it's the final stretch, now start preparing for your future and things like that. So I don't know if I was just kind of going through that a little bit. I think it might have partly been to do with the pill that I was on, contraception. I was on Starrlett, which is a progesterone only pill. I can't go on combined because I suffer from migraines, and apparently it's bad to go on the combined pill when you suffer from migraines. And I googled a bunch of stuff about it, and a load of women had been going through really similar things to me. It's something that the people around me who talk to me on a daily basis noticed, that I was gradually getting a bit more negative about stuff, or just changing a bit, or not quite seeming so passionate and loving and things like that. And looking back, it was definitely, you know, even before I went back to uni in January, I remember sitting at home, coming home from Christmas, and just sitting and thinking about, like, how pointless a lot of life is. And, like, that's not me at all. And I remember, like, you know, hanging out with my mum a ton when I was at home for uni, and my mum would, you know, she'd be really confused because I would just, like, come up to her and hug her. And just, you know, she'd be like, oh, what's up? And, you know, what do you want? Kind of jokingly. And I'd just hug her and I'd be like, I don't know what's up. I just felt like hugging you. I didn't mean to get emotional during this. This is supposed to be a channel update video. I don't know why it spiraled into this. I just felt like talking about it because I've had a bit of a roller coaster these past couple months, coming back to uni and being busy with stuff and getting to know new people, and a couple of friendships that have been away and things like that, and a lot of stressful things that have been going on in my life. And I've been really proud of myself because all of this stuff's gone on, and I've been dealing with it really well. And I just think back to me in January, and I know that if anything like that was happening then I know that I couldn't have dealt with it nearly as well. And I'm looking around at the people who I have around me right now, and I'm so proud of myself for, you know, stepping out of the box and getting into this community and getting to know so many great people. I'm so happy about the circle of people I've got around me, who are always there to support me, and who are always there to cheer me up whenever I'm worried about something or give advice and things like that. I can't even remember how I spiraled into this topic, and my camera just ran out of space then, so I had to upload some stuff. So I'm a bit more chilled now. I guess all of this kind of came down to just how thankful I am and how happy I am right now with who I am and where I've come and all of the people that I know and all the people who I can hopefully get to know. I've got a lot of goals for what I want to do. I want to really tidy up the appearance of my channel, thumbnails and things like that, and at least have 1 or 2 regular uploaded series. There's, like, I don't know, I want to, like, join a server or something. I feel like I need to get that community back. I'm so bad at asking about co-ops. So bad at asking about co-ops. And a lot of my friends who I used to co-op with, they've stopped content creating or don't do it as much, or we've just kind of done different interests now. So I just really want to get back into co-op, and I'm not sure how to do that, and I feel like if I had a community or a server or something, then that would just really help. So that's kind of something I want to look into, thinking about. I do need to think a bit about, I don't know, I have this thing in my mind where I feel like I'm not good enough for a content creating server, just because I'm so busy with uni. I don't upload, you know, several videos a day like I see everyone else doing, but I try to upload at least a few a week, so I'm hoping that's enough for some people. So that's something which I'm thinking about doing. How did I even get on to talking about, I just wanted to talk about anxiety. It was just about anxiety. That was all I wanted to talk about, man. That was all I wanted to talk about. But basically, I just wanted to explain what's going on, what kind of went on in January a bit, and what's going on with me now. Feeling a little bit anxious about stuff, but it's not really bad. And as long as I monitor it, I think it's going to be okay. I mean, everybody gets anxious about stuff in life, and everybody goes through really low phases in life. And, you know, it's just important to have people around you to support you, to have the people you know are going to help you there to support you. When you find those gems in your life which, you know, light you up and make you a better person and make your life just that much richer, then you just gotta make sure to, like, just hold on to them really tight. Don't let them go easily. Please don't let them go. There's been a lot of times in my life where I've let go of people which I really shouldn't have. And I've met so many great people over the past year or so that I really want to hold on to. I'm probably going to reflect on this a little bit more for a New Year's vlog of some description. But I just wanted to say that I'm at a really good place right now, and I know that the last couple of weeks has been some quite kind of, oh my god, all this stuff has happened sort of tweets. Maybe not in the last couple of weeks, but a couple of weeks ago for a couple of weeks. But generally, it was just a kind of up and down time, but I'm really happy with who I am right now, and I'm really excited about all the stuff that's going to be coming to my channel, so you guys just keep an eye out for that stuff developing. If you don't follow me on Twitter and you're watching this on YouTube, then Twitter is definitely the place to keep up with me. I use Twitter too much, too much, but all of my updates and stuff will be put onto there first and foremost, before YouTube probably. Patreon hopefully going to be done by the end of the year. Hopefully, I basically I want to roll out most of my new channel stuff for the end of the year, so just keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for more streams and stuff coming out, more videos. If you guys have anything you want to say it to my face, say it to my face, say it to me now. Just put it in the comments below the video. I'm sorry this video has been such a strange, rambly video. It's probably going to be quite long. I might cut out a fair amount of it. I don't know. I probably won't. I tend to not cut out stuff too much, except for pauses in between sentences, because I tend to just sort of speak before I think. So I try to think a bit more in vlogs, but that doesn't work out most of the time. But yeah, I love you guys a lot. Like, a lot. And I wish you're all here right now so I could just give one big group hug. And hopefully this happiness stays, like, my whole life. I'm hoping I can just generally be a positive person my whole life, regardless of ups and downs. I always want to be the kind of bouncy, smiley, optimistic person that people say that I am, because it seems to make others happy as well. And that's important to me, making people happy. I think that's the thing that makes me happiest, if I see others happy. So, yeah, that's all from me. Keep it real or something. Peace out. No, I'm kidding. I love you guys. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye.